Hello again, and welcome back to another day, another Dolly. Today is episode 5 of Dollie Diaries as we continue our efforts to make a custom Heiter figure. Now, you might notice I've done a little more work here. I decided, since most of Heiter's look is in black, I'd save us some time and do pretty much a base coat of black over most of the surfaces that are going to be largely black. Areas like the joints sort of didn't take, but all in all, I think, that's gonna save us a little legwork, and that would have just kind of been a boring part anyway. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm going to be using volume 1 of the Frieren Beyond Journey's End manga to try to help me color match a little bit, mainly because I'm using my phone to film, so I can't use it to then search up his color palette during this. So let's get right into it, shall we? All right, now I think we're going to start by mixing up a skin tone for Heiter here, because that's going to be the meat and potatoes of getting into his face up, right? So what I like to do for a skin tone is I start with, yes, not very special acrylic paints, but I start with this color called khaki as a base for my skin tone usually, because it has sort of already a bit of a skin tone to it. And then usually what I like to do, because it's kind of a dark color for some characters that are in manga, not all, but I add some pink to sort of add some vibrance back. And we're going to try a bit of white in there. We're going to see how that looks when I mix it up. Have in mind roughly what we're aiming for. And that's still not quite what I want. I feel like that's a bit too dark for Heiter. So I'm going to add more white. Well, maybe more than I wanted. Let's see. I mean, I don't know how well that's showing up, but I think that might be a good base. Maybe. Still looks like it could use a little bit of color in it. I think I'm gonna add just a drop of this darker eraser pink, because I feel like while it's light enough, it doesn't have enough vibrance hue. Oh, that might be too much. This is like really strong. We'll see. I know this is wonderful. You can't even see. Wonderful. Yeah, that turned it just straight pink here. Like I said, I thought that was going to be too strong. Oh boy. All right. Because I overfilled this area, I'm gonna get some up here. And I think I'm gonna add some more white. This is just really a back and forth process, I feel like. Just trying to get that sort of subtle tone that hits all the check marks for what you want. Some people are way better at this than I am, and they don't make a mess of their entire palette, I'm sure. Okay, I think we've landed on something a bit closer here. So I'm going to start brushing that onto the figure. I think for purposes of this, we're going to go with this smaller filbert brush and hope that it isn't too wide. All right, I'll be back when I have a coat on his face. All right, and we've got a base coat of the skin tone. I realize it's kind of hard to see on camera, and he looks blurry in the focus, but I did paint it on his hands too. I did also now mix up a hair color for him. I'm gonna use this green here. I mixed the colors Limeade and Khaki in hopes to replicate Heiter's hair. So I'm gonna brush a quick coat of that on, and we'll be back to check on how he's looking. All right, and there is our base coat for the hair. I think it looks pretty good. I think I might need to darken it up a bit overall, but it's a good start, I think. Now we're gonna do a base coat for the golden details. I'm using my golden sunset with a little bit of white added to tone it down. We're gonna hit up all the gold spots that we're going to be painting on this outfit and come back to show those basics. Then from there, when we next come back after that, it'll be when we've got more detail in. So, see you in a few. Okay, and now that we have that gold base layer down, I'm just gonna off camera go back and forth with trying to get the shades built up and the lines more precise. And then I'll come back when I'm really ready to jump into his facial features. All right, see you guys in just a moment for you, but in a few for me. All right, guys, and this is what we've landed on. Not perfect by any means, but I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna seal in what we've got with some matte varnish. Then once that's all sealed in, I'll see if I need to touch it up. But next video, I'm gonna put it all together. We're gonna have the grand reveal of Heiter with all his accessories, and we'll see how he looks next to Frieren and Fern. This has been another day, another Dolly. Bye-bye.